In August 2021, the State Attorney General's office released a report that found that New York Governor Andrew Cuomo sexually harassed multiple women. And on August 10th, Cuomo resigned. With his name dominating headlines, people are curious about his 3 adult daughters. Here's what you may not know about them. Andrew Cuomo was married to Kerry Kennedy, a well-known human rights activist. Their relationship ultimately failed due to a combination of regular marriage blunders, as well through a sort of West Side Story romance that created a union of members from 2 highly political opposing families. Kerry is a Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy's daughter, in fact, and according to Vanity Fair, Kerry's family didn't care much for her husband. One source, a family acquaintance, told the magazine, Andrew refused to do anything fun, anything without a clear benefit to his career. Another source implied that it was nothing short of a challenge to be happy about their relationship, reportedly sighing as they said, quote, "You just try to be supportive." The 2 eventually divorced in 2005 after 15 years of marriage. Cuomo and Kennedy had 3 daughters, Michaela, Mariah, and Cara, all of whom have their own distinct careers. Governor Cuomo mentioned his daughters in his resignation speech, saying he would not treat any woman differently than he would want them treated.
My greatest goal is for them to have a better future than the generations of women before them.
Michaela is the youngest of the 3 daughters. She's known to be quite confident and self-assured, which perhaps explains why, as a child, her dad once joked that he was upstaged by a Kennedy when Michaela wandered out in front of him during a campaign appearance. The 23-year-old hasn't opted for a career in politics, despite the political lineages on both her mother and father's sides. According to her LinkedIn, she's currently working as the chief marketing officer for the Woke Mystics, a podcast that seeks to, quote, amplify diverse voices in wellness, spirituality, self-care, and astrology. On Instagram, her bio reads, "Doing my best to spread love," and it also shares a link to her Etsy store, Michaela Loves Me. Per the store's description, like all else that's special in this world, from snowflakes to humans, everything produced by Michaela Loves Me is one of a kind. Like family members, the differences among each piece of jewelry, artwork, and utilitarian decor complement each other. Furthermore, in June 2021, Michaela publicly came out as queer on Instagram, posting a photo of her standing in front of a pride flag. Of the news, Cuomo told the Today Show, "I love, support, and couldn't have more pride in Michaela." A month later, in July, Michaela decided to elaborate more on her sexual identity, saying that she's actually demisexual. People who are demisexual can be attracted to anyone, men, women, non-binary folks, and everyone in between. But the defining traits of demisexuality is that a person will only feel sexual feelings and a desire to engage in sexual activities with someone with whom they share a deep emotional bond, according to Medical News Today. During an Instagram Live with activist and author Donato Tramuto, Michaela explained, "When I was in elementary school, I feared that I was lesbian. When I was in middle school, I came out to my family and close friends as bisexual. When I was in high school, I discovered pansexuality and thought, that's the flag for me." According to Distractify, Michaela wrote an essay in 2019 called Institutional Gaslighting, Investigations to Silence the Victim and Protect the Perp for the Brown Political Review. Mariah is 26 years old and is the twin sister of Cara. She attended Brown University just like Michaela did, and according to LinkedIn, studied history, graduating with honors. She also wrote for Brown publications, specifically the Brown Daily Herald, where she would often get pretty political with her pieces. Per LinkedIn, she works for the global CEO consulting and advisory firm Teneo, where she works as an associate. If you scroll through her Instagram, you can see that Mariah is very much into nature and being outdoors. Mariah is currently dating Tellef Lundeval, her blonde-haired, blue-eyed Norwegian boyfriend, with whom she shares many of her favorite outdoor activities. According to the Daily Mail, Mariah met Lundeval at Brown University during her freshman year, where he studied economics and geology. Both the Cuomos and the Kennedys appear to be big fans of her longtime boyfriend. The other half of the Cuomo-Kennedy twin sisters is Cara, who, unlike her sisters, did not attend Brown University. She did, however, attend a little Ivy League that you might have heard of, Harvard. She studied government with a focus on ethnicity, migration, and human rights, according to her LinkedIn profile. She wrote for the Harvard Human Rights Review, a space that allowed her to put her political-driven degree to use. She appears to currently be working as a partner and head of diversity at Inclusion Summits, a, quote, minority-owned small business that organizes and hosts invitation-only summits focused on alternative investments, according to her LinkedIn. Politically and socially motivated, Cara has lived all over the world, including Rwanda, Malaysia, and Colombia. She has spent much time working with the Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights nonprofit, where she has fought for LGBTQ rights in Uganda, environmental rights in Ecuador, and protesting ethnic cleansing in Bangladesh. Cara isn't as active on social media as her sisters and doesn't appear to even have any public social media accounts, but her lack of social media presence hasn't kept her out of the public eye. According to the New York Post, Cara has been romantically linked to state trooper Dane Pfeiffer, who was a member of Andrew Cuomo's security team, which is allegedly how the two met. But the governor of New York was allegedly not happy about this at all, with a source telling the Post that Cuomo, quote, didn't like whatever they were doing. Perhaps he believed the way in which they met was inappropriate, or perhaps he disliked Pfeiffer due to the fact that he is 10 years older than Cara. Either way, as a result, Pfeiffer was forced to change his posting and was transferred to a state police station in Plattsburgh, right outside of Canada. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about the latest hot topics are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.